Hey everyone, welcome back to the South Metro Fire Rescue YouTube channel. We are here today at Fleet and the brand new tiller is right behind us. So
that thing looks mean.
It looks mean, it really does. It looks amazing. I just talked to Captain Fisher on Ladder 34 and officially this is going to be called Ladder 34. It's got a couple months left of training, apparatus outfitting, equipment mounting, all that kind of stuff. And we'll follow along in its journey as it gets decals and through the whole process. Brian and I are here today to bring you up to speed on recent happenings around South Metro, including a fire that you responded to just a couple days ago.
Yeah, Sunday night we had a 2-alarm structure fire at a public storage unit. And 48 units were involved and 36 of them directly involved with fire. And boy, that fire, it was rolling through the attic when Engine 42 first arrived on scene. And the call, interesting enough, the call just came in as a fire alarm, and no one had called in. The smoke had been laying down. No one saw any smoke at all. And when Engine 42 arrived, fire was shooting through the roof and rolling through the attic.
Engine 42, commercial fire alarm, map page R32A at Public Storage, 5212, South Parker Road, Engine 42, commercial fire alarm.
Dispatch, Engine 42. Area, go ahead, upgrade this to confirm.
I copy, got smoke in the area and just confirming you want a confirmed response.
That's it, sir.
I copy, 1945. 42, we're getting this upgraded for public storage. We do have an RPM line now reporting smoke coming from a unit and does hear things that are blowing up. And we've got your response coming. It'll be on Ops 3 assignment.
Rescue 34, Tower 35, Engine 22, Engine 21, Medic 42, Medic 21, Battalion Chief 5, Battalion Chief 3, Safety 2, Med 2, Channel SMF Ops 3, confirmed commercial structure fire.
Offensive with a 2.5 for fire attack.
Engine 42, I copy. I got you on scene, single story self-storage. You do have a working fire through the roof. Multiple explosions. You're going to catch your own hydrant. Be offensive with a 2.5 for fire attack at 1947.
And dispatch, Engine 42.
Engine 42.
Yeah, 360 is not complete. This is going to be building 14. Looks like it is in the attic already. Go ahead and give me Parker command. And it will be anchored from the Charlie side.
Copy. This is no 360 complete, building 14 in the attic, and you'll be on park command on the Charlie side, 1948. Battalion 5 dispatch. Sure, if you copied the updates, we got 42s on scene confirming working fire through the roof. They're pulling their own 2.5 for fire attack. This is going to be at the public storage, and your winds are going to be out of our calm, gusting to the north at 3.
5, okay, I copy. Dispatch from Parker Smith. 360 is complete. There are no exposures at this time. And units coming in from command. Good line. And our 5-8 is dropping most of our access.
Command, go ahead.
Water supply secured to Engine 42.
Copy, water supply secured to Engine 42, 1952. See.
Engine 6 from command.
Go for Engine 6.
Yeah, I'm going to have you tie up with Engine 22. We're going to try getting some of these doors open on the Charlie side of the building.
Medic 42, level 1 stage.
Medic 42, why don't you come up, tie up with Engine 42, assist with opening some of these doors on the Alpha side.
42 copies, assist with Engine 42 on the Alpha side.
Command from Battalion 5.
Yeah, I'm on scene. I understand you're offensive with a 2.5. We got fire through the roof on the parking structure. You've got a water supply secured to Engine 42. You've got Engine 22 coming up to assist, and you've got Medic 42 also assisting. Is that correct? And what are your needs?
That is correct. The only thing they say, we're just going to need more manpower, just getting these doors open. Got a couple doors open on the Alpha side. You have water in the fire, but it's spraying the whole building.
Okay, I copy that. We've got fire running in the attic, and you're requesting assistance and likely saws for opening of the exterior doors to the units. Break dispatch from Battalion 5. I'm going to assume Parker Road Command, we're offensive. Let's start a second alarm, level 2 staging. I'm going to be in my vehicle. We'll call it the entrance to the storage center. I'm not able to get down to the actual building.
Command, engine 22.
22, go ahead.
Hey, Chief, heads up. I got a 360 on it. We've got fire through every unit, all the way down to the very Bravo end of the building. Looks like we've got fire running the whole building.
Need every circular saw you can get to cut units. We got about 15 on each side. It's fires running at the entire length, and all the units end up into the attic.
Rescue 34, bring all your saws, power tools up to the alpha side of the unit.
Command, 62. Alpha side is the west side. Charlie side is the east side.
I got it, all units on scene. West side is going to be Alpha. East side is Charlie. Does it look like we're ready to go and declare this defensive?
Fighter copy. I'll be Alpha. Yeah, I mean, he's got fire through the roof. We're doing what we can right now. There's nothing offensive we can do inside.
Okay, you're going to be Division Alpha. You're going to have Engine 42, Engine 22, Medic 21, Engine 21, Tower 35, Aurora Truck 6, and I'm going to give you Aurora BC2 as your aid.
All the units on the Charlie side, it looks like we can catch this thing running through the attic about 2/3 of the way down the building towards the Bravo end. We have no fire in the Bravo end units, just smoke in the attic space.
You are safe on this half. It's going to operate.
Okay. This is just a common attic space. I've got engine 22 doing good effective fire attack. I don't see any active fire on the Charlie side anymore.
Yeah, copy, your pulling 35s off the road. You don't have as much active fire, you're having good effects from underneath. What is your resources needs there?
I'm currently okay with resources in this Charlie. Alpha.
Go ahead and start that traffic.
So we're making good progress. Just got a lot of overall.
For Alpha Division and Charlie Division, we still got quite a bit of heat, so let's try to keep the work cycles shorter if we can.
And sending engine 21 and medic 21 out. There's 1 through 2 bottles. Ladder 6 is coming out also.
Command dispatch.
Command.
50-minute ticker, 5-0.
Copy 5-0, and you can show us under control.
Under control at 2030.
Okay, you got primary complete on all the Charlie side units.
Just going to keep one hose line in place for overhaul. If you're comfortable, I think we could probably dissolve Division Charlie.
We're going to pick up all the hose except for the supply line and 1 3/4 on each side. So leave 1 3/4 on each side, but we'll pick up the rest of the hose. And then when we're done with that, everybody except for who's blocked in is 42s and 22s. Everybody else can go. And then I think everyone probably did 2 bottles. So go through rehab, which is Medic 211, and Med 2, which is right behind BC5 here. So really good work. We tried to really do a lot of cycles with the second alarm so no one got overworked. So I hope everyone's still good with that. We'll do a quick rehab and get you guys hydrated back home and get some other crews in. All right? All right, thanks. Good work. Great. You may have heard Chief Bowker talking about the heat conditions and how important it was to call for a second alarm early. Recently, we've had several days of heat advisories in the Denver metro area and some red flag warnings. East of South Metro's district, there were several large wildland fires, including the Quail Hollow Fire, which burned 1,152 acres and destroyed some buildings. South Metro sent a handful of resources to that incident. Here's some videos and photos of what occurred at that fire. Very complex wind-driven incident, and thankfully no one was injured when that fire occurred.
Battalion 91 command. Go ahead.
Recently, we've had a few questions from viewers asking how firefighters get water to fires when there's no air tankers or helicopters called for the incident, and we can't actually drive fire engines to where the fire is located. Brian attended a training recently to show you what that's all about.
Yeah, there's a couple ways you can carry it in on your backpack, but the other way is to bring in your own
We
pump.
are out here today at Reuter Hess Reservoir, which is in Parker, Colorado.
As we look out on the terrain here, you can see natural avenues around stands of oak brush. And you'll notice that each oak brush stand is only, as big as maybe a quarter acre-ish.
South Metro has organized S211, which is portable pumps and water delivery systems.
Part of the assignment is going to be your judgment, right? And so we're not looking for civilian guesses or common guesses. We're looking for professional assessments.
And that's to educate our people, as well as offer it up to neighboring agencies to come out here and have some real life experience and gain knowledge about how best to operate portable wildfire pumps.
We have groups represented here that are very alike South Metro in terms of their fire demographics, and then we have a few groups that are quite different. So very beneficial to have our guys interact with each other.
The agencies that we have represented today, participants from Aurora Fire, West Metro Fire, South Metro Fire, and Evergreen Fire Rescue.
The key word, interagency, and it's interagency cooperation.
Wildfire affects literally everyone.
Everybody think about how you're going to use technology to assist you in today's endeavors. It's very important for us to have the ability to bring water from a static or from a source to the fire itself.
Getting trucks back here would be very difficult in fighting a wildfire, but we can come out here and we can actually bring a pumping system, and it can take water from a pool, from a reservoir, and it could pump it up some hills, some elevation changes, some slope that we're not normally used to, or we would have to look at alternative water delivery systems as opposed to like the traditional method of let's just drive a truck over there and fight the fire.
We're drawing this picture out for two reasons. Number one, to do the calculations to make sure we have the ability to, with this pump, get water to these hose lines to do mop up and fire attack.
Put their plan down on some sort of verifiable source, usually even as simple as a piece of cardboard, mapping out their plan, showing their work in a math setting, much like a grade school person will do, in order to be able to leave that plan in place at the pump setting and have a different group come in, see it, and acknowledge, oh, okay, I know what they're doing because I read it on their plan.
We are laying the rest of our trunk line, 2 more sticks of 1.5 inches, and then we're gonna Y off from there, and we're gonna put in our progressive packs, and we're gonna circle the creeping fire.
We want our class members to come away with a couple of different reinforced skills. Some of those skills are technical skills, as in operating a pump, creating a hose lay, being able to do the math behind the complex hose plans. Behind those technical skills, though, are more interpersonal, crew dynamic, leadership skills, more about how to work with each other, how to communicate well and get the message both received and understood whenever we have needs across agencies.
Sets and reps. It's always about sets and reps. Training to get those sets and reps in, so when you hit the ground, it's not the first time you heard it. It's not the first time you've seen it. You're prepared because you ultimately result to your level of training.
So training for this stuff regularly, keeping this in our mind, we need to be trained and competent and be able to troubleshoot and think of alternative means that we're not normally used to in fighting wildfires.
It's not about just putting the wet stuff on the red stuff. It is about making a plan that is robust enough to withstand changes in behavior and changes in objectives over time.
With this class, our hope is that we're not only training our people to just obtain a certification with the S211 portable pumps, but instead we want them to think of like a new method of thinking, of outside the box thinking of, hey, what is the best possible solution in order to keep my crew safe, in order to operate the most efficiently we can in any environment that we come in, whether it's in California, Colorado, or on the East Coast.
Speaking of water, South Metro has responded to an alarming number of water rescue calls lately, both at Cherry Creek State Park and at Chatfield State Park. I've been on vacation enjoying some time off. But unfortunately, Brian's had to respond to like 90% of those calls and has some personal experience and some advice for you.
Yeah, I'm glad you've been able to get those vacation days in, but wow, we've had just over 20 rescues and responses at Chatfield and Cherry Creek combined in about 4 Swiftwaters. And I'll tell you, here's what it is. It's this right here. It's a life vest. They're life vests, they're life preservers, but they're also life savers. And this is what we're not seeing people wear, is their life vest. And the wind is coming in, it's knocking people off their paddle boards and tipping the kayaks over, and they just don't have it. Colorado state law says you have to have it, but you don't have to wear it. And when that wind knocks you over, you may hit your head or just get disoriented in the water and you just can't get to it. And that's the big problem that we're seeing, is that people just aren't wearing their life vest. So please, wear your life vest. Mackenzie's over at Station 31 and she followed along with Swiftwater training.
I recently got to tag along with our South Metro dive team as they hosted their Swiftwater Academy. This is a time for them to train for river rescues, creek rescues, or even rescues when it's flooding here within our district. Now, right now is the perfect time for them to train on Clear Creek and Golden because the water is running fast and high. So it was a lot of fun to get to see them in action.
We are running through multi-agency training. We've got South Metro, West Metro, Castle Rock's also here. But what we're doing is we're putting all our new dive team members through their Swiftwater training.
We'll have you float down to that next chute. As you're doing that, try and set your bearing angle and get yourself to near shore. If you can't, we'll have 3 students and an instructor down there with throw bags ready to go.
Those throw bags are one of the skills that these rescue crews use when someone is in distress in moving water, which can happen quickly and very suddenly.
All moving water in Colorado is considered cold water. So this water today is right around 38 degrees. It's essentially glacial runoff from the mountains that just this morning was frozen. So when you have really cold water like that, you're going to lose dexterity in your hands. You're not able to think clearly. So just know that you're going to be slightly impaired anytime you're in water like this without proper thermal protection. So know that even if you're a strong swimmer, if you're out in open water, it's a totally different animal than if you're at a pool.
Moving out of the kayak park, crews then moved into the canyon to practice floating through these unpredictable rapids and setting up different types of rescue scenarios.
We are prepared for the worst, but the best case for us is that you're not put into a position where we need to come get you.
On a lake or river, be sure to wear a life jacket. Conditions can change quickly, and even the best swimmers can then encounter problems.
What will happen is the wind kicks up and they're not able to get their life vest on quickly enough. And they either take a board or a paddle to the head and now they're not able to swim. And unfortunately, they become a victim.
Of course, that life jacket is extremely important anytime you're recreating on the water this summer. But there are a few other things that all of us can do here in South Metro's district to make sure we're being safe out there. One of those includes having a buddy while you're out there on the water, someone who knows where you're at and how you're doing. Another really important thing for our crews is if you see someone in distress, try to make a mental note of where you last saw that person. This gives our crews a great starting point for that rescue. And do all of this to make sure we all have fun out there on the waterways and stay safe this summer.
We've seen and heard your comments about more content. Well, content takes a little bit of time because we want quality content to put out there. I've been embedded with Academy 24-1, and that's a new series that's going to be coming out on YouTube soon.
Keep the mission, the vision! Keep the mission, the vision! Yeah. Fear no pain! Fear no pain! It takes a special person! It takes a special person to play this game! Play this game! When I go to work! When I go to work! And things get whacked! Things get whacked! I have no fear! I have no fear! Because my brother's got my back! Because my brother's got my back!
Look at all these homes. Think about how many kids are in these homes. How many families are in these homes. To every academy, we fly the academy flag. That lets all these people know that you are training to come save them. That you are doing your best here. That way someday, if they ever have to call upon you, they know what they're getting. They know that they're getting the very best from South Metro.
Fear no pain! Fear no pain! It takes a special person! It takes a special person! To play this game! To play this game!
Now. 20 weeks of burpees with the homies is enough to forge kinship amongst your fellow recruits.
Really?
Sorry. Sorry. That was on me.
Forward, march! Whether it's getting yelled at for not knowing how to march properly,
Move your arms. Move your arms.
right, left,
we're gonna take everything out, we're gonna put it on.
or being unable to put bunker gear on in time within an hour of receiving it.
You all almost made time. Just doing it right. As soon as we called out of time, we started freaking out and things got weird.
There was plenty of sweat equity that Academy 24-1 built up over our time.
Swelling, pretty bad. I feel it swelling on my mandible, which is the new one. But the good thing is I'm already married, so I don't have to try anymore. So, you know, she's stuck with me if I have a broken face or not.
We're not gonna work! We're not gonna work! And things get whacked! And things get whacked! I have no fear! I have no fear! Because my brother got my back! My brother got my back! 2 claps!
Oh, it's that new medic smell.
This is one of 5 brand new medic units that South Metro took delivery of, and you could be driving one of them because South Metro is recruiting paramedics right now. Follow the link right above me or in the description to apply and work here with us. One of the other really cool purchases that South Metro just made were Zoll cardiac monitors, and Chief Petracek is going to take us through why those are so important and what they do.
Hello, my name is Jens. I'm the EMS Chief of South Metro Fire Rescue, and I'm excited to introduce one of our new additions to our EMS capabilities here at South Metro. We want to introduce to you today our new cardiac monitor, which is the Zoll X-Series Advanced. The reason we went with this monitor is because it provides a lot of additional features to us, CPR feedback, BVM feedback that we're going to demonstrate to you in a second. We spent the last about 18 months kind of researching a new heart monitor to replace our old monitor, which kind of reached its end of life. So it was time for an upgrade in order to provide the best medical capabilities to our citizens here at South Metro Fire Rescue. All our frontline rigs, 50 of them, are equipped with that new Zoll heart monitor in order to really provide the best service to you in case of either a cardiac arrest or any chest pain that requires a heart monitor.
Great. So one of the great advantages of the X-Series that Chief Jens described was the technological advancement with CPR feedback. And we've got a lot of information on the screen for providers to use during the resuscitation. So looking down here, we've got our CPR feedback, and we've got a bunch of numbers here that we need to kind of work with throughout the arrest. This one highlights depth. So we want to, for the adult patient, shoot for a depth of about 2 inches. And prior to this, when we used our older monitors, we didn't have that feedback, and we didn't really know exactly how far down we were going, so this helps us out a lot. The second number there is our compression rate, and we actually use a metronome on our phones to help keep us at a rate of about 110 per minute. And then our last 2 symbols here is for recoil, and as we do compressions, we want full recoil to allow the heart to fill with blood so that on the next push down, we're perfusing the body as best we can. And then we've got this white diamond here, which is our perfusion measuring device, which basically kind of correlates all 3 of those other factors to let us know that we're getting the proper perfusion. And if Teresa here is to take a break from compressions, the machine will register that, and then it will start a countdown clock letting us know of how long our break in compressions, and we want to try and limit that to less than 10 seconds, but honestly, usually like 3 to 5 seconds is enough. So she's going to get back on compressions, and you'll see that we start getting data back right away. The other component of it, which is really helpful, is our AccuVent reading, which is right next to the CPR feedback. For the adult patient, we look for about 450 mLs of oxygen or air being bagged into the patient when we have them intubated. So we've got that number right there, and then we've got our circle here that provides a countdown clock as well as the volume. So when that reaches 0, I squeeze the bag and I try to fill it. So I got a yellow feedback, which means a little bit too much volume. So as I go, I want to try and keep all my numbers in the green there. The other really awesome technology in this is that we've got see-through technology. So as we're doing compressions, we can see the rhythm that the patient is in along with the artifact that we create by doing compressions. And the machine is actually able to filter out the artifact that is being generated by the compressor to allow us to see the underlying rhythm during compressions, just to give us a sense of what's going on with the patient and if we need to do any other interventions at that time.
Our statistics for 2023 alone, we had 311 cardiac arrests that we worked on scene. We had 111 that we had a pulse back with that CPR, which is about 10% above the national average. And folks that actually left the hospital neurologically intact is about double the national average. So that just speaks to how well our paramedics and EMTs are trained and how good our equipment is and helps us to get to those levels.
This is the one. I know. Oh, you're my guy? Yeah. Can I hug you? Yeah. Thank you, man. I cannot. You saved my life, man. I'm getting emotional all over again. I can't tell you how much I appreciate my wife, my kids, my grandkids. I guess my heart stopped 3 times on 3 different occasions. My opponent actually was a visiting ER doctor, and she recognized that I was having a heart attack. And so she ran over and started doing CPR. And they had AEDs, the paddles and whatever, and I guess they got shocked. And then that's when the Sheriff's Department coordinated with the South Metro Fire and Rescue, and they came, from my understanding, came really, really quickly. I guess I had a widowmaker, so I mean, I was gone. You guys your head and heart are all matched up and saving people's lives. You literally saved my life. We need all of you. You guys are so important to all of us. And we thank you so much. And I wasn't planning on having a widowmaker. I mean, I probably shouldn't have been here except for your quick response. I'm here in flesh and blood. You know, this is why you guys are here, you know, to save people's lives. And I'm standing here in front of you saying thank you. I really would hope that all of you, including me, never forget how important these people are. They've chosen this as their profession. They've trained hard, they continue to train hard to keep us safe. And when crisis happens, they're there for us. You saved my life. And I appreciate all of you and your coordination, from the dispatchers all the way through. So I cannot thank you enough.
All right, back in the office to do our patch shout outs and some coin shout outs. The coins actually came to us from a gentleman who stopped by with a brand new hazmat rig, traveling from the SVI factory here in Colorado out to Florida. Retired Cincinnati firefighter, so one of the coins that he provided to us is this Cincinnati Fire Department coin. And then another one that he gave us is from the Key West Historic Firehouse, Tiger Hose Company number 3. I've got a few patches. The first one is from Macedonia. The next one I have is from Stuyvesant. And the last one I have is from National City, California.
And I've got Evanston, Indiana, Jackson, Missouri, and Hapeville, Georgia.
And I have Volusia County, Florida,
We have Ada Township Fire Rescue, West Michigan, and Twinsburg Fire.
And I have 2 from Germany, but I will let Chief Petracek do the safe pronunciations because I know I will get that wrong.
Special shout out to our colleagues from Germany. We have 1 patch from the Volunteer Fire Department in Harburg, which is in Schwaben. Vielen Dank for this nice patch. And we also received from Harburg, from the EMS division, a patch. So vielen Dank and Grüße nach Deutschland.
Thanks for watching, and Academy videos are coming out soon. Here's a look at what is to come. One more time.
One more time.
To be put on video series. Hey, Eric, for your outtake number 10. Eric's probably gonna use this.
There's a pretty good chance I'm gonna use this.
We've seen in.
Oh, now they're just messing. Now they're just messing with you.
We've seen and heard your comments that. Oh my God.